But
Guys, welcome to another episode of the Fomoball podcast. So we'll be discussing both the second game week of the Premier League, and I think the La Liga had like a couple of game weeks. I think four or five game weeks are done. Anyways, Barca is now like what, 5 game weeks, 5 wins. You
top of
can
the
see
table
their fans
bitches.
beaming. Yeah. So, anyways,
That's how
that's all.
you go in
So
style.
let's first start with, I think, what Barca did over the weekend. A lot of people were pretty impressed because they didn't beat a weak side. They beat Girona. We know how good Girona has been from last season, and they didn't beat them like how Chelsea beat Bournemouth. That's very depressing. We'll get to it later. But 4-1. In fact, I don't think that one goal which was scored also should have been scored, because probably I think Ter Stegen came out of his line, which you don't see him doing often. If he didn't do
Yeah.
it, probably it would have been a clean sheet as
Yes.
well. So Varun, what do you think? Yamal getting a standing ovation, you guys running riot, flick ball.
Bro, it honestly it was not a single player contribution. Like the coordination that the whole team had was like, bro, every time they go into attack, it is all to the team. There's no mismatch of position. There's no people changing their position. There's no one person that's supposed to be in a different position is now in a different position. And the way they're playing long balls is freaking insane. Somehow every Pedri or Lewandowski or Yamal is getting into these pockets, and Danny Olmo getting into these pockets that are so easy for the midfielders and the defenders to give a long pass to. And that was insane. And Yamal, bro, 17 years, bro. He's People are telling he's the best winger in the world right now. And he's just 17, bro. What? He's scoring day in, day out. He's giving assists like it's nothing. It's like it's dad's backyard or something. Crazy. It is the performance, and defensively we were so good, solid. Midfield was solid, attack was solid. If Lewandowski is not able to perform, there is somebody stepping up. It could be Dani Olmo, it could be Pedri, it could be Yamal, it could be Rafinha. Somebody stepping up to score goals. And yeah, as a whole team, as a whole unit, the coordination, the chemistry that they had between the whole team, and how they know every player, what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, the planning of the whole attack and everything, it was absolutely perfect, on point. And yeah, it was crazy.
No, I think there's
I did not expect Danny Olmo to be that big of a success in Barcelona, considering how they would play. But bro, he's too good. He's playing like a second striker every time the team is attacking, and the pockets he gets into, the long balls, is the way he receives the ball, his first touch, and his finishing. The previous goal, he was literally around 30 degrees towards on the side of the goal, and he scored a goal. Powerful shot whacked into the goal, and the balance he had when doing that, the ball was literally near probably his hip or something. On that angle, him scoring a goal was very insane.
Are you saying he spun and he scored the goal like our goat Anthony did
No,
against
no.
Liverpool in the FA Cup, like he did in the FA Cup last season and knocked Liverpool out of the FA
We
Cup?
don't
Goat Anthony.
spin, we fly.
Aman, it's simple. See, you guys are going to tune in at 12:30 tonight to watch a League Cup game, while other people are going to watch Champions League games. So,
I mean, I'm
Are
not
you-
watching any game.
my bad. Kaushik cannot relate. Kaushik cannot relate. My bad.
Yeah.
No, so a bunch of things which I noticed, like you said, long balls. Of course, almost goal was set up by Koundé, who's been pretty phenomenal this season, given like Aro is injured. No,
Injured.
and if I'm not wrong, your backline consists of that young kid called Kubrasi, your Balde,
Yeah,
all these
Kubarsi.
youngsters. Yeah, that's all.
Bro, he's also an 18-year-old kid, bro. His passing accuracy is blowing my mind.
Yeah.
Pinpoint, bro. Like I don't know if he's like some Einstein-built physics that, you calculate the distance that the person travel and the ball traveling and everything, bro. It was so precise. Freaking insane shit.
That's all. So I think last season Barca were very rigid with their structure, both on the ball and off the ball. I think you had like this 3-2-5, with that two people part of the five coming back to receive and then build up the play, and then supporting your three wingers. But this season, I think Flick has made it more flexible, where you're not afraid to change your formations. When you're on the ball, you're willing to take, like you mentioned, you kept on saying pockets. No, people willing to move away from their position, drawing men out to create spaces for the others. That is how I
Yeah.
think, if I'm not
So
wrong, Lewandowski is
here,
getting a lot of balls. Yeah.
exactly. So what happens is, let us assume that Lewandowski is moving out of his pocket and moving towards the left side to Rafinha's position, and immediately you'll see Rafinha cutting inside towards the box to occupy Lewandowski's position. So that kind of coordination and again their passing, it almost felt like they knew where the player is gonna be at what second of what time of the game.
Case in
Yeah.
point, Pedri's goal, right? It wasn't
Pedri's
even-
goal, exactly.
Yeah, he came from behind because there was a pocket of space that opened. Lewandowski
Yes,
just
so there was a big gap in the midfield, and then he suddenly swung in, and then the ball went. The ball was passed to him.
So Pedri's goal was exactly how like flick ball shows.
Yeah,
like, you can exploit.
Exactly.
And I think
So-
Lamin's second goal was so beautiful. It felt like watching it in slow motion. Like probably
Bro,
you'll play on your
yeah.
joystick, right? You'll flick it.
I saw like I really love the way Rodri takes his long shots from the edge of the box. When passed it back to him, he takes a couple of steps and then he'll slowly aim the ball and then shoot it right at any of the corners. And it felt so poetic, like the way when you see it in slow motion, it is like you're listening to a very soothful song. It's so smooth, so perfect. It just passes through the curves of the players, passes behind the goalkeeper to hit the goal, and bro, poetic shit, poetic stuff.
But then, arguably, haven't you faced like teams that aren't really to your level? Like even Girona have only won 2 games in their last 5. So won't your real competition actually be in UCL or when you start playing games that are actually competitive? Like I was seeing your schedule, and you have Barca Bayern followed by El Clasico.
Yeah.
So what are your expectations for those 2 matches?
Oh, with this team and with Bayern, I have a lot of confidence, and especially Bayern's weakness has been that they can't get into. They leave a lot of gap in the midfield. Kimmich always tries to trace back the ball and cover spaces within the midfield, and I have a lot of hopes. And Real Madrid has not been playing that great. Coming back to Real Madrid, 4 wasted penalties. I don't know in which world those will be penalties. And Real Madrid, in all honesty, without Bellingham, they're suffering so much. There's so much ego going on within the teams that Vinny is not passing to Mbappe, Mbappe is not passing to Vinny. Both of them want to be heroes in their own fields. So Real Madrid has not been living up to the expectation that we expected Real Madrid would play with the kind of talent they have. And I think we can very easily, if played properly, we can very easily beat Real Madrid in the El Clasico. Bayern will be a tough fight.
Yeah, Bayern has been, I don't know if you guys are following Bundesliga, but they're playing really well. They're scoring goals for fun. And I don't know if the company
They recently scored like some 7 goals or something, right?
Yeah.
7-2, 7-1 or something.
6-1 in the previous game and then 7 goals. Yeah. So
yeah.
That's what I think. Company is probably having manager's dream. Like you get delegated and then you're given a super team where you don't even. I mean, of course, there is like effort that he puts in and credit to that as well. But like, what can you expect?
You just have to make sure that people do their job properly.
You have Manuel Neuer at the goal. You have Musiala. You have Kane. You have, and he got Olise. He's got like the best players probably for their respective positions who will probably just do their magic. So yeah, that's what I mean. So it's going to be. I think it's going to be Flick's tactical like genius versus like
genius that's gonna save Barcelona.
Yeah,
and
I don't think he will probably lose, but I don't think at the same time Barca could win. I'm guessing it could be a possible.
No, it's going to be a very tough game. My prediction is 1-0 towards Barcelona.
My prediction is 2-2. I think
2-2. Okay.
Yeah, goals on both sides.
See, is it too ambitious if I say it?
See, I'll chime in here and repeat a saying we have in English. Don't count your chickens before they're hatched. Okay. No, I'm saying that because see, Barcelona obviously has had a wonderful start, and I agree with one point here that if you talk about the La Liga, Barca has a better chance this season. That's my initial assessment from the whatever I think 4 game week or whatever we had in La Liga.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it could be the over reliance they had last season on Jude Bellingham, and that now he's not there for a couple of matches. They're just not gelling, and it is obviously new players, new system because Ancelotti has switched away from the diamond formation he was using last season. He's trying to use a 4-3-3, a 4-2-4, multiple. He's used multiple formations, I think, and that's
He used
partly
3
been due to
formation in the last 4 games.
yeah, it's partly been due to Jude not being there because that's the problem when you put your baskets in one person, right? And that's what they did last season. Now trying to get away from that is a little difficult. But yeah, coming on to Barca had an excellent start, I think, and the youngsters obviously, I mean, have been performing really well. And I think Barca have injury rate of 2 players per match or something. Yet that's
Don't
my
worry,
point.
we
That's
have
my
La
point.
Masia to spawn new people.
Yeah, they're doing really well, but they're having 2 players injured per match or something. I think Olmo got injured recently.
Yeah, Olmo got
And
injured, Fermin Lopez got injured, Beraldo got
yeah,
injured, and
who got that year-long ACL injury?
Gavi, he's returning. He's gonna return.
No, the new guy, right? There was some
Beraldo.
Yeah, oh yeah, exactly.
What?
So
What is his name?
Beraldo.
Oh, I
not
heard
Ronaldo,
Penalty.
not Ronaldo.
I heard
Oh,
No,
no,
not
Ronaldo.
So yeah, those kind of issues, and obviously it's just been 3 matches, and it's a new system from Flick. As time goes on, there will be teams trying to figure out a system, and some might be successful. Okay, because I'll tell you, just 2 weeks ago, I was on the same cloud nine. Hey, what an excellent start for Liverpool! 3-1-3 wins. Arne Slot is the man. I still believe Arne Slot
Arne
is the man.
fucking slut.
Okay. Aman, I mean, you can still open the table and see where United is and where Liverpool are. So I think, क्या बोलते हैं वो, how people whose houses are made of glass should not throw stones or something.
I just said
So
Arne slut.
okay,
It's
okay, cool.
obviously Walter
So
White
my
versus
what I
Hank.
learned from I will come to Premier League of course, but what I learned from the previous game week is an excellent start is obviously a good thing, but we need to keep it. Teams need to be consistent about that. And as the season goes on, people will start figuring out the tactics of the team, and that then the real test of any new coach in a new team will come to question that how are these people, how are these coaches adapting, and yeah, and as we have Hansi Flick is obviously an elite coach, so I think he will adapt. But
Yeah.
coming to the Bayern match, my prediction. Oh, we playing Bayern today, or
No, we're
Bayern
not
plays
playing
today. They play Dinamo Zagreb.
Bayern is playing today.
Yeah,
oh, who is Barca playing today?
Barca is playing on Thursday.
Thursday.
On
Oh,
20th.
okay. Fair enough.
Monaco.
So yeah, my prediction for the Barca Bayern match is it will be a closer match than we have seen normally in the last 3-4 seasons in normal Barca Bayern context. But I think Bayern will edge out because see, honestly, one complaint I have with this new format is we have all these big games in the beginning. They don't matter for shit. Sorry to say, you could lose at one big match and you could still qualify. I'll give an example of Liverpool. We play Madrid, and there's always that thing about Liverpool, Madrid spank us every time. I don't mind. This season I don't mind because I would rather get spanked in the group stage than get spanked in the final or something. So it's good we get to see more good big matches, but from a competitive point of view, many of those matches might not end up mattering that much because you have smaller teams to defeat. Okay, it becomes too much of a league format is my issue. It becomes too much of a league. Like in the Premier League, pre-Manchester City, you could beat the smaller teams and still win the league, something like that. So yeah, let's see how Flick does when the season goes on and when Barca lose another 2 players.
I'm looking forward for the Thursday match against Monaco. Although Monaco is not a very big team. Yeah, it could be an interesting with considering the injury changes that he's going to make.
I think
He's gonna rotate the
Flick might
players.
rotate. Okay, so sorry. To rotate, you need to have players. My bad.
Oh,
No, we have La Masia
use
to
La
spawn in new
Masia.
players.
Yeah, that's
We
what
don't
Monaco
buy
is not
players,
that
we
easy.
create players.
Monaco is not that easy, man. It's not that easy.
I know we're talking about all these
Vibhas, they're using
Yeah.
in-game editor to change attributes.
Yeah, sure.
No. So
I mean-
we're talking about all these injuries, but a couple of days back, I don't know if you guys saw, there was a viral video of a goal that was scored by one of the La Masia kids, like I think under 16 or under 17 something.
Yeah.
And that's scary because these people are going to come and play for the first team in a couple of years.
Bro,
Yeah.
they're rotating. They're playing single touch football in the air. Not even on the ground. They're playing it in the air.
Every time a Barca player gets injured, I think who's the president of Barcelona? I
Laporta.
forgot the name.
Laporta.
Laporta goes to La Masia and like, I want another product. Just get him ready by next match. We want someone, okay, because this guy got injured again or something. So I'll tell you honestly, one player Barca might miss this season is Gundogan. I think Barca fans might disagree, but
No,
that guy.
I agree. I agree with it because Gundogan, Lewandowski, these players are 100% fit to, like, they don't get injured that often as the other players. And especially considering the average age of the squad, with a very young squad, it gets really difficult to rotate players as well.
Exactly. And I think Barca, most of the injuries are coming in midfield, right? And their midfielders are the most injury-prone players they have, Pedri, Gavi, and all these people.
Frankie.
So, and as you talked about, Gundogan does not get injured. And another thing about Gundogan is that guy is one of the most clutch players I've seen in recent
He's
times.
quite intelligent as well.
He clutches for Barca. He used to clutch for City. He clutches for every team. And I was very sad when he came back to Premier League because that would just mean that guy clutching for City again.
Yeah, that is it. You are in contention. No, you're not right. It doesn't.
Again, Kaushik.
Even me, I don't care.
I don't think. See, okay, Chelsea are doing decent, honestly speaking, but I don't think they'll be in contention, man. Come on.
No. So, I think like maybe if we finish fourth, that'll be a big thing for us. But
it's obviously United.
I feel Chelsea is still
obviously United.
Chelsea has some stuff right going on, and they're still figuring out like a lot of stuff.
See, my very early predictions for top four, which obviously will turn out to be wrong in no particular order, are going to be Liverpool, City, Arsenal. Obviously, are going to be there. I put that fourth spot this will sound it's very hard for me to say this. Fourth spot is United, man, this season. United will get fourth. I have a feeling.
Yeah, but no, I think Aston Villa and Newcastle are doing much better this year. Then probably Newcastle have they've had one of their best starts since.
I would like to interrupt and saying we have it's been 4 games and Aston Villa always does well in the beginning of the season. Or for like phases of the season.
Exactly.
It's not how it happens. Also, hello guys.
No, I think
I'm here today not to criticize Eric Ten Hag, but not to praise him either. Yes.
No, but the thing
so Shashank is speaking like from a different location today. It's okay.
Yes, that's why you can see my face clearly. Now. Fuck off.
No, but
literally, I'm not able to wear a United jersey outside, so I'm going to wear a scarf right now instead. And also,
how is like the plays when there's a Leeds game day or something?
I actually wanted to go watch the United versus Southampton game at my residency, but I could not because there was a Leeds versus Burnley game happening at the same time. And I wanted to ask one of the guys who's a huge football fan, like in my building, like, can I watch the United game? And then I saw his socks. It had Leeds United on it. And I'm like, never mind. Also, from like my terrace, we can see Allen Road. So, yeah, I mean, I saw like streets called Marco Bielsa Way, etc. I saw a Leeds United football store, and I'm like, damn, these people actually make money here. So yeah,
I think the stadium is in a better condition than yours, so it's fine. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Vibhas. We're building a new stadium.
No, it's okay. It just means our stadium is more historic.
But it won't be when you build the new one. But okay.
No, Old Trafford will still exist.
Yeah, they're not breaking down Old Trafford.
Yeah, they're just making it. It's going to be where the women's team and the academy plays. And it's still going to be a museum. Because it's called accepting. It's called accepting our history and not living in it. Unlike Liverpool fans do, who like that 40-year unbeat, like without a Premier League phase, except for that one trophy. You guys are so fucking
Shashank, you might very well have a 30-year phase without a Premier League. So let's hold your horses.
Yeah, so, it doesn't matter now because you're a mid-table.
It's been 11. We are 1/3 the way through.
It's 4 games. We have 4 games in, buddy. 4 games in.
No, but like, no, Shashank, that's very realistic. You could end up without a trophy.
I like how the Chelsea fan is calling us mid-table. So
no, I think
because see,
he admits that his team is mid-table.
I'm just basing it on the fact that you're going to stick with Ten Hag at least for this season and hopefully for the next season.
No, we're not. Who says we're sticking with Ten Hag for the season if he's share?
He's going to stay. There is no point in denying.
No. Yeah. Hey, look, even I'll say it. I think if these type of performances, not counting the Southampton game, continue.
No, even the Southampton game, by the way, I saw the game again. Because first of all, the UK TV rules are shit.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate it. But second of all, I saw the highlights of the game. I saw like the game replay as well. Like for the until we scored, Southampton were
No,
bossing us around. We
for
only
the
were able to
first
take
20 minutes.
we were only able to take control of the game because we managed to score from that set piece. And
No, you were
the
able
issue,
to take control of the game because Onana made a penalty save, which changed the
Yeah.
momentum. Yeah.
Actually,
yeah, I'm still saying even after the penalty save, had we not scored, we still would have been shit. So the penalty save was a blessing. Definitely it was, but it's not what gave us control of the game. It was us scoring a goal that gave us control of the game. So control is something Eric Ten Hag keeps
You
talking
have
about, but
you have discovered football, Shashank. Nice.
what?
You have discovered how football works. So
I mean, it's like the scene from MS Dhoni, The Untold Story. Pata hai hum match kab haare? You know that dialogue over there. So, when we won the match, it wasn't when Onana saved the penalty. It was that. But yeah, jokes aside, I don't know, man.
No,
I
I
was
know
going to.
see, from what I understand, you're going to have Ten Hag. You're going to do well, but probably not win the title. Not top 3 for sure, maybe 4.
Look, I honestly don't know about top 3 or even top 2. It all look, if I'm being very honest over here, I don't think we deserve top 2 right now. I don't think we're going to get top 2.
No,
But
nobody
I think
deserves
it's
top 2
possible.
except
Yeah.
Arsenal and City. Yeah.
and
But I think
yeah,
no,
yeah,
you don't
definitely.
understand. It's very much possible that Arsenal fuck up so bad in the coming months that
we'll see
another
about
team
that.
gets top 2.
No,
And it's also definitely possible that because of the whole Ghotala happening with this Man City Premier League trial, there is a huge morals issue at City later on. I'm not saying it will happen. This is not me prophesizing or something. I'm saying football is very unpredictable that way. United were coasting comfortably in order to do very well in the 21-22 season. Then we had a certain piece of shit join us, and that catapulted our season. So anything's possible in football. You never know.
I don't think 115 will have a result which we all want, but fine. No,
I don't think I'll have any result.
No, but
yeah,
if
no, that
like,
can happen. See, they'll get some.
What was that? The term for it in NBA called luxury tax or something. I think they'll just
See,
be fined
they will
amount of.
they will mostly get a very big fine or something.
I think
Okay,
they'll
and
also get a point deduction. I think.
I don't think so.
I
Okay,
don't.
they
so
will. Yeah, go on. Fine.
I'm just saying, if you guys saying I don't think so, I'm just saying if they're found guilty, the precedent has been set for them to get a point deduction because Everton have received a point deduction, Forest have received a point deduction. All right.
For different things.
Chelsea,
For
no,
different things.
it was for very similar things. It was for not complying
Oh.
with the FFP regulations. And what City are accused of falls under the same thing. So the punishment for that is at minimum, if found serious enough, a point deduction. And there's no way being found guilty of 115
Yeah.
charges
Yeah,
cannot
but
lead to a point deduction.
you know, a lot of talk on Twitter about is very optimistic about them being stripped of the titles. I don't think that will happen. They're not getting stripped of the.
Listen, I
Yeah.
hope they do definitely because the man over here deserves a few titles.
No,
So,
Shashank.
one title.
First of all, Shashank, that won't happen either case because those charges are up till 2018 anyway.
I
You
know
will
that.
get that. You will get the Aguero title at best. So
No, we will also get the Mourinho title 2018, and you understand there are more charges pending even after that are yet to be prosecuted. Those will
yeah,
also be
Shashank,
prosecuted.
how much time will that take? We all know, so
It's
it's
okay.
fine.
I know it's a mountain to climb, but
No, I saw it coming.
Hey, no.
Saw it coming.
The thing
Yes,
is,
fucking
with
saw
respect
it.
to the point deduction, also, it's not very consistent. So we're not sure if they're going to get a huge point deduction that'll probably take them to the championship or, yeah.
I
See,
think the
they are not
championship is a
getting.
bit too good.
No.
I think they will end up playing Barnsley next season or something. But let's
I
see.
tell you, they're getting a maximum 10-point deduction, and they will end up winning the league with that fucking
No.
10-point deduction.
No. If they get 10 points, I think Arsenal will win. They just need that.
No, bro.
If they get-
If City is getting 10 point
No,
deduction,
you
Arsenal
are
is winning it. That is the only
overestimating.
chance Arsenal has to win it.
So I don't know if you
Kaushik,
guys.
you all are overestimating Arsenal way too much.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
they've done
exactly.
That's
really
because
well.
if you
They've done
watch,
really well last
no, see, if you watch the North London derby, which happened, you'd know. I know, I mean, I'm not an Arsenal fan, I hate them, but the way in which they played, they're actually champion material.
Bro, they did not have Declan Rice and they did not
They
have
didn't
the
have
other.
their best players on the pitch.
Yeah.
They had like Timber. Like Timber is not even one of the best left backs. He was getting in with fights. He was not even. They were
Bro,
actually they were
Arteta,
not
I
even
think
pushing on the
Arteta
right
has to
side.
be given
Remember, they
a
were
lot
You're
more
right,
credit
but
than he
you're wrong
deserves.
in the sense that Arsenal's biggest problem over the last 2 seasons has been a lack of consistency. They have not been consistent at all towards the end of the season.
No, see,
They can do it very well.
Arsenal's problem is they don't, like you mentioned, Gundogan as a clutch player. No, they don't have players like that. But I think
Yeah.
this year those players could step up, like the ones we are talking about, like Saka,
Trossard.
Odegaard, or
Trossard is like the biggest
or
person I
Havertz.
think could step up.
Havertz could step up.
Havertz can step up.
Yes.
It's a more of a mentality issue, in my opinion,
Yeah.
where towards the end of the season, that's what happened with us also last season, by the way. So but that's happened to Arsenal twice now, where they have just bottled their form in the end of the season. Okay, and again, my point is that even if City get a deduction, let's say they get a 10-point deduction, you're saying Arsenal, but if Arsenal end up bottling towards the end, there are other teams, and I'm not just saying Liverpool, by the way. If City get a point deduction, the title could very well be open. Depends on how Liverpool end up doing and other teams end up doing. So,
See,
yeah.
my understanding is when you fell short by 1 point, you didn't like bring in massive players for the next season. It was almost the same bunch of folks. The very next season, you went guns blazing and you won. So now Arsenal has
Yeah,
faced
but it
that
happened to
defeat
Arsenal
twice.
twice in a row. It's happened to them twice in a
Make
row.
them more resilient, right? I mean, right now it's early predictions, but I think if City slip up, Arsenal could win this year.
Let's see.
It
See,
pains
my
me to say this,
issue
but
is
Hey,
that
bro,
if City don't
that
get
thing
a
is no
point,
doubt, bro. If City is slipping up, Arsenal is picking up. Like,
no, my issue is,
Definitely.
if they don't get a point deduction, by the way, then it's an issue because City is the team who starts slow and then fucks up everyone. They have not started slow. Haaland is on some another planet this season. Okay, so if he stays fit, that guy is, I don't know, he's scoring Premier League record is, he's making another Premier League record. I'm not gonna say 91. 91 is not gonna happen in no Shiva. For two reasons, because first of all, international Haaland has nothing internationally, and second of all, that was Messi, man. Come on, okay.
no, but no,
And
Holland is playing great. Of course, he doesn't play that well for Norway because shit service, but still.
Norway doesn't play half of those matches anyway. So
Yeah, I mean, just
They
friendly.
don't qualify most of it.
exactly.
No, but they have like what extra 2 Champions League games this time, so probably 2.
Yes, he can reach that. What was Ronaldo's highest one? 70 something. He can reach that one.
Wasn't it 60 something?
60 something, right?
Across Champions League, the cups and the Premier League, he can reach 50 plus easily.
No, but the
So-
thing is, if he's able to score like hat-tricks versus decent teams like West Ham, then I doubt he can probably like what the bottom feeder clubs, he can score hat-tricks easily. Just have to start
Yeah,
in double serves.
He can very well blank against the big 4, big 5 teams and still break that record.
Versus the 14
I
other teams.
remember.
I mean, even if he blanks against the big 5, he'll still score like 7 against us. So
Yeah, something like that. That's why I said big 4 or big 5 because I didn't know whether to include United there.
bro,
So-
he'll compensate for scoring like 4-5 goals enough for other small teams, Luton Town or something else.
Luton Town's in
Or
the
other small
championship.
Southampton.
Luton Town is in the championship, so it makes
Yeah,
sense
yeah,
that they'll
yeah.
be playing them
Yes,
next
yes.
season. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and that's a very common thing in record-breaking seasons because not Messi's, but that Ronaldo record season of 60 had some 10 games where he didn't score, but other 20 games where he went crazy. So that's a very common pattern, and Haaland could very well do that, something similar, and he could still break records.
And the thing is, he has
Since we're talking about sorry, Kaushik, just one thing. Since we're talking about the whole City point deduction thing, if you think it comes to a point where City gets points deducted and they go down to the championship,
I think
Do you think the
Haaland is
play-
going to Real Madrid. Yeah.
do you think all the players leave? Do you think some stick around?
Okay, so if City get a point deduction,
Can we
They
pick up like
each-
7, 8?
You can't
मजाक
pick
चल
up.
रहा है ना तो
No, I think some will stay. Like they'll prove that they're
I
loyal
don't
to the
know.
club. They'll
honestly,
take the club back to the Premier
name,
League.
name one City player who's loyal to the club. Name one.
Rico Lewis.
None of them are staying. None of them are staying. No, the guys that
What about
they are
Foden?
smart
What about
academy
Foden?
players.
Phil Foden's
Yes.
family are Man United fans.
Yeah, he will leave. He will
But-
leave. He will leave. And no,
Yeah.
Haaland won't go to Madrid. What will he do in Madrid? What the fuck will he do in
Yeah,
Madrid?
they have like so many forwards. What will you do?
Yeah, he will go to
But
Barcelona.
See, that's a
Haaland
question
will go to
you can say for
Barcelona.
Chelsea
Barcelona.
also, but still people go, and Madrid seems like
I think Haaland might go to PSG or Madrid, no other team.
Yeah, Kaushik. The thing Chelsea comparison is a little off because
See,
no
if
offense to
Haaland
you,
goes
but
to Chelsea, he's going to score 5 goals a season.
apart from that,
No, but
none of the players you are getting are very big profile players in that sense. Okay,
yeah,
Madrid are full of hyper. How are they going to fit Vinicius, Mbappe, Haaland, Bellingham? Rodrigo will leave by that point anyway.
Hendrick,
So,
Hendrick.
and that guy got married or something. So anyway, so how will they fit all those players? That's not going to happen. If Barca increase their wage, whatever that cap or something, they might get him. But realistically, if Haaland leaves City, he'll go to
he should go to
But
PSG.
why
to
only
make things
Haaland? They
interesting.
have
But
so many good players. Why are we only talking?
no, but see,
Because
we
the
know
rest of
this
them
about
will
Haaland,
go.
right? His plan is to like be part of a top 5 league for like 3-4 years, dominate it, and then go to the next one. Like probably like
Yeah,
how
yeah.
like Thanos devours a planet and then goes to the next one. No?
Oh,
If he's done with
So,
PL, he's not going to come to another
oh,
PL club. That's
also,
for sure.
I
Yeah.
didn't. I joined this call not when talking about the future, but I actually want to talk about the past, as I always do, being a United fan. So let's talk about the Southampton game. I noticed a
yeah.
few people being really cocky about it in many ways. One, those people who are like, when Rashford said he'll dedicate his next goal to that one kid who showed him his room, etc. And they're like, oh my god, the kid's going to be starving until Christmas. The king's back. Fuck the big three, it's just big me. All right, like Rashford's
Vibhas just
in right
switched
now.
off his camera because he got scared.
Yeah, fuck this
No,
shit.
no, I was.
Rashford's back. He's scoring against Barnsley today as well. Okay, if he starts, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Why will
Barnsley
he
is
start
still a
against
bigger
Barnsley?
team than fucking City and all those
Why?
people.
Why
Number
will he
one.
start
Number
against
two,
Barnsley?
Eric Ten Hag. Like, I don't know, man. I'm still not convinced, but let's fucking see. I'm not going to celebrate a win over Southampton like it's the goddamn Champions League final or something. Number three, we still need a good manager, and this man is still available. On that note, I will be leaving you guys. Okay, fuck Liverpool, fuck Man City, fuck Arsenal. Chelsea doesn't even need anything.
Yeah.
Okay,
They're good.
you guys rotten hell. We're back, bitches. We're coming back. We're winning the shit in the next few years.
I'm going to put this clip.
Dude is
to the
going to lead us
end.
to
Next
glory.
few years.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kaushik,
he said
I
next
think,
few
Peace
years.
out, bitches.
Kaushik, I think you have gotten your reel, by the way. So,
Yeah, you got the hook now.
No, but see,
so
that's what like Ten Hag. I mean, we were joking he'll probably lose his job, but these are the kind of wins that keep you. Like that's what I was telling you.
Yeah.
The Chelsea win against Bournemouth wasn't great, but if you win,
yeah,
like these people will at least be like, okay, fine, this season we'll
the
see.
thing with Ten Hag is, I don't believe he's a great manager, but he does manage to eke out these wins we are talking about. That's what he did last season.
Bro,
Everyone
that
thought
is
his
the
job was
bare
done.
minimum, right?
Yeah. No, see, it is bare minimum if you're talking about a historic United standard, but you have to realize United have not been good in a very decent amount of time. And before Aman tries to point out cups, I am going to say this as a team who's mostly won cups in the last few seasons. In the larger picture, cups are not reflective of the overall performance of a team. I think you can agree to that. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not going to debate on the value.
I have a counterpoint of this
Sure,
about this
sure.
is that okay, in the previous seasons we have seen managers at United lose the dressing room as soon as shit hits the fan. Somehow Ten Hag has managed to keep the dressing room in his side throughout the one or two times that he was under the fire for getting sacked. He has proven that the players are willing to struggle for him, and the players have also given the performance needed to get him back. Like the FA Cup win last season
the
was
players
completely out of the no one
Listen, the
expected.
players are willing to give up for him, but that's I agree that he has a dressing room, but I always criticize Tanak not for his personality or his hand. I actually was kind of was like impressed what he did with Sancho in a sense because Sancho can be a little anyway. So my point is I don't think his man management is the issue. He just does not have good tactics. He just does not have good tactics.
No, but wait.
I
Bro,
would
that
like
is
to say
the
that
fundamental thing to be considered a manager. Like, have
but
good
Exactly.
tactics.
Yeah,
he
but
had
if you
bro,
saw
his
last
tactics
season,
against the City match in
Aman,
the
just
FA Cup
1
final
minute.
was
His
fucking up.
yeah, sorry, his FA Cup win wasn't against just City. I don't know if you remember this, but he beat you as well. He beat you, who've been dominating
Okay.
FA Cup for the last 2 seasons, and then he
First
beat
of all, yeah. Listen, I'm not going to be salty about that. It's very serious. You remember how that match was won? That was down to individual performances. Okay.
No,
If
but
we United fans, want to bring up how Diallo shat over us. But that's true. He shat over us, not some United tactical masterclass. Okay,
Yeah, but then see,
so
this is the general
I'm
argument
not
people say.
just
No,
to
see, if
clarify.
a team wins,
I'm not saying he's a bad tactician, but I don't think his tactics are up to the standard of Manchester United. Is what I'm trying to say.
yeah, no, but this is general statement which you see a lot of people say. No, if the team wins, we say it's down to individual performances. If the team loses, we say, oh, it's the coach's fault. And this is the same thing
See,
that happened to
if people
Washington
are
as well.
making a statement without seeing matches, then that's obviously not something that should be done. But you can observe the matches, right? You can observe the matches. That's my point. Even last season, a lot of Ten Hag's, eking out wins was due to not last season. Sorry, I meant 20 to 23 was due to Rashford's purple patch. Okay, so I'm okay. I'll repeat it. I don't think he's a bad tactician. I just don't think it's up to the level a team Manchester United should have. Is my point.
Yeah,
I
that
could
makes
very
sense.
well be wrong. Maybe that today's game has just become too, what do you say, trigger ready. Okay, because I think people try to quote how Alex Ferguson was not so good in the first 3 years. Then he had maybe that works out for them this way. Okay, we don't know, but I am seeing till now. I don't think that he is of that tactical level. Okay, and before anyone tries to talk about how Arne Slot, I'm not making any judgments on Arne Slot as of now.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I know Aman was say that, but
I wasn't gonna say anything about Arne
sure.
Slot.
I am not gonna say that Arne Slot is the best or something really good. I seen positive signs, but that could very well be false alarms. We have always seen managers starting off well and then losing steam, so it's very well possible.
No, it's on. Let's talk about Arne Slot and Mariska after a year. If they hope, I mean, Arne Slot is going to be there. If Mariska is there, we'll just talk about them. Yeah, Aman, sorry, I was
See,
cutting you. You can go on.
I'll tell you why there's a higher probability of Slot being there and Maresca not being there is not down to how good they are. It's down to how Chelsea's ownership is. Okay, he'll
Let's
have 10 bad.
talk about the owners in a bit. Yeah, sorry, go on.
Yeah, okay, we'll come to that. Sure. So, what were you talking
So,
about? I lost
okay,
you.
I was just saying about last thing about United, and then probably we can go to other topics. So that we have been fucking amazing in the transfer market this season. Like I personally feel that after a long time we have made some very sensible, logical signings, like long-term signings that are gonna help out, and then be there for the future, like build a team around these signings. Is what I personally feel. I think Ten Hag should get this season, at least one more season, to prove what he's worth. Last season, he was riddled with injuries, and that is why he had to play some formations and tactics that were very questionable. What Shashank always says, that big gap in our midfield. But I think, I'm not saying the Southampton match is going to be like this magical turnaround for United where everything is going to become all rosy and stuff. But I think these are signs of better things to come, is what I
See, I can agree with you on one point is that, you have finally made signings that do make some kind of sense as compared to what you have been doing in the previous 5, 6 years, where you're just trying to sign whatever big money guy comes along. Okay. And because, yeah, I think you signed Euro, fortunately got injured, but who's obviously a very good centre back. I mean, I do feel you guys overpaid for him, but again, the transfer market is fucked anyway, so no comments about that. And apart from that, you signed who else did you sign?